And we saw that in every national local birth, at least 35 to 40,000 birth certificates are issued. That goes to show, even today, people are not aware that when there is a birth in the family, that should be registered with the local authority. If it is not registered after 1 year, the applicant must file a petition before the court. He should engage a counsel. He should wait for the order of the. It is a very simple enactment, Birth and Death Registration Act, very simple enactment, but people are not aware of it. Likewise, MUC kits. To ply a vehicle on public road, the vehicle should be properly registered. The driver should have driving license, and the vehicle should be insured. These are all the basic requirements to ride a motorcycle or a car or an automobile on the public road. When I was judge at Belagavi, I have seen few cases wherein the vehicles were not insured, thereby the liability was cast on the rider or the owner, that is personal liability. If the vehicle is insured, the insurance company is liable to pay the compensation because of vicarious liability. The insurance of a motorcycle may be hardly 1,600 or 2,000 for annual premium. In one case, he is a son of a poor farmer having 2.5 acres of land. So what had happened, he is cultivating sugar cane there, so he sold it to the sugar factory, got some lump sum money. So maybe the son requested his father to buy a motorcycle for him. So father, with all love and affection towards his son, he bought a motorcycle, gave it to his son. 2 years after, the insurance was not renewed. So he caused the accident. By that, the one person was in private job, he died in that accident. So when the case came before me, so having considering all the relevant facts, I ordered to pay compensation of rupees 18 lakhs. So as I told you, since the vehicle was not insured, now the liability is on personal liability on the rider or the owner of the motorcycle. So he has to pay 18 lakhs. An execution petition was filed for recovery of the compensation amount. Even if he sells out his 2.5 acres of land, the father's land, he could not settle this compensation. So a negligence or lack of awareness to insure the vehicle by paying 1,600 rupees has costed him for payment of rupees 18 lakhs. So this is the need of awareness. Likewise, we have other cases like POCSO cases. Whenever I go to law colleges and I have interaction with the law students or any students for that matter, I always mention this because it's my experience. Myself and my friend Jay Shankar, he knows about that. He was also a member secretary. We used to go to jail, prisons. 3 years back, myself and Justice Veerappa, we had visited Ramanagara prison. In one barrack, we saw 32 prisoners. They are all in age of 19, 20, 21 years. So I asked the superintendent, jail superintendent, what is the offense? POCSO cases. All are the big accused of POCSO cases. You know, the POCSO case is very stringent enactment. Bail will not be granted easily. And if conviction is awarded, it will be 10 years or 20 years. So it's all the discretion of the court. And one boy, out of them one boy was 17 years old. He was a juvenile. He was also there. So immediately we shifted him to TJ. So that goes to show that it is not in Ramanagara. I gave an example. It is everywhere happening. And recently, a few days back, I read a news article in a newspaper that more than 22,000 early pregnancy cases were reported in Kannada. Just imagine what is happening. eloping cases are more. So out of the POCSO cases, out of 100, nearly 60% of the above 50 are eloping cases. The students, or even not only students, even in the rural area also, the young people are not understanding this. They don't know, aware of this enactment because of that age. Say, since they are not properly told what is the effect of such the act, they are all put into this trouble. The young boy who is in jail, he lost his entire future capital. His family will be stressed. The other side, the girl, sometimes she becomes pregnant at the age of 15 or 16 or 17 years. And you just imagine what will happen. So, my friends, please give full awareness. I request all the principal, there should be proper programs at least once in a month to your students. Tell them that since they are students, they are in the college or in the high school or pre-university college, to learn, to educate themselves, to become a good citizen in future. So they should not lost or diverted because of these simple attractions. Thereby, they should not spoil their entire life in future. So this message should go to the students so that we can streamline something. Otherwise, it will be a, so I told you the figure, 22,000 cases in 1 year. Quite a large figure which we have to combat, we have to stop. This is my request to all the district administration people also, the DC, SP or the DHO. They should take note of that and some awareness along with the district legal society, law colleges, and the law students are there. So everywhere that awareness should be. The other point, the important issue which I always used to tell about the drug abuse, it's a big menace, and I'm told that even in a petty shop nearby the college or the pre-university college, you will get this drug in the form, different forms, maybe chocolate or some tablet or whatever it is. So please, friends, be aware of that. Since you are all students, you should know the effect of this drug abuse. I think to defeat a country, a nation, we should not go for war, wage war against that country or put bombs. Just if you can influence the end population of that country into this drug abuse or drug menace, that's sufficient. You might have seen the film Urtha Punjab. So it's a live example how Punjab was such a rich state and many people were in army or defense. Now, these young boys and girls are addicted to drug. So, the complete, once this young population of the country is diverted and there is no input from them, there is no benefit to the nation, it is the loss of the nation as such. At bigger level, if you see, otherwise they would have been the best citizens, useful citizens as per Article 51A of the Constitution. It is the duty of every citizen to strive hard and become a best citizen, useful citizen to the nation. But because of this menace, which is not properly regulated, I don't know what is the statistics sector. Bijapur, I am now getting the statistics from all the district, and we want to have at Khalsa, we want to have a big drive or a campaign against this drug abuse. And we are planning to have this in recent future, in 1 or 2 months. And it will be not only in Bangalore, throughout the state of Karnataka. So, we have to create, at that time we request all the law colleges also. So there should be maximum programs in all colleges, high school, pre-university, medical, engineering, even in the prison also. So that an awareness should go to the public at large, the parents and also the students about this menace and nobody and the role of district administration is also very, very important. The police should detect. Actually, arresting the person, the consumer of the drug, is not important or is not a big issue according to me. According to the law, the legal authority scheme says they are the victims of drug abuse. You have to tackle those people who are trafficking, who are peddling, or the drug branders. Please catch hold of such people and punish them through the process of law so that we can stop such supply or manufacturing. So please do that, and I request the police department of Vijaypur to take effective steps in this regard, and Pegasus authorities with you. The other aspect is very important illegal business throughout the world. If you consider that, not only in India, I'm talking, the world, the big racketing is one illegal arms dealing of arms, and second one is drug abuse, drug peddling or the trafficking. The third one is human trafficking. So I have seen in the newspaper about the missing children. In many districts, the number of missing children, of course, it is only reported, unreported are many more. So the reported cases are several hundreds. But what the departments are doing, the concerned stakeholders are doing, is questionable. Whether those children who are missed are properly, means parents or their relatives are properly reported into the police station. Whether the in reported case, whether the police have taken active steps to trace those children, it's a big question. 3 years back, we did a big drive at Bangalore in 8 zones about the children who are begging and walking on the street. You know, in the signals, small children, they come up with flower and pens, and they will just ask for money, and in all sympathy, empathy, we give some money. Actually, it is wrong. You know, behind the back of that, there is a handlers. There are handlers. They send these children, and we followed one small girl near Garuda Mall in the night. That was a Saturday weekend night, and the girl was selling roses, and the rich people come here in the Church Street. There's so many hotels. The young couples, the rich people who comes out of the bar and restaurant or the hotels, they used to give her 500 rupees, 400 rupees. We just followed her. After collecting handful of money, I think maybe 2,000 or 3,000 rupees, she went down that road. After one furlong, there were 6-7 women sat and they were eating biryani. This girl handed over that money to the one of the women, and again came back and again started that routine practice. So what does it show? So it shows it is a business for livelihood for some people who are handlers of these businesses. And in this survey, we found out 723 children in Bangalore only, in 8 zones, who are begging and hawking. And out of that, we assume and we predicted that more than 30 children are trafficked. See, friends, be aware of it and please be sensitive about this issue. And I will tell you one more case. In one survey, some NGOs have done that. They took a photograph of this, you may be knowing, Gambarana. So they allow small child to walk over a rope. So somebody took that photo and it came up in a national newspaper. So the boy, very fair boy, about 6-7 years old, by the time he trafficked or kidnapped about 3 years ago. So the father is from Madhya Pradesh. He saw that photo. Immediately he noticed that that boy is my son. So he told his wife that I have seen this photo, and immediately came down to Bangalore. He searched for that boy. He went all station. He met the NGOs. In spite of that, he could not found his son. So he was not ready to go back. Even after a week or 15 days, he said, what can I tell my wife? I promised her that I will bring my son. So I can't go back without my child. So it was such a painful scene that a father who lost his son, who was playing in front of the house, was kidnapped and trafficked, and he found somewhere else. Even then, he came to know that the boy is there. By the time he could reach there, he could not see that child. So, friends, it's a big issue. Please be aware of that. Women and children are trapped like anything, for organ, for others. There are so many other reasons. But please, whenever there is a missing child in the school, it should be immediately reported to nearest legal authority or the police or the principal or headmaster of the school, so that some action can be taken. If there is any delay, then the child is lost. If it is immediately reported, something can be done. So please give awareness in the village also, because sometimes in village the people are not aware of that. They think that child is lost, so I can't do anything. No, it is their right to get back the child. So awareness is required. Then right to senior citizen. I will just give one example. Vijay Singhani is owner of Raymond's company. You have heard, you know, Raymond's is more than 10,000 crore worth property for an empire. What had happened, out of love and affection, he executed a gift deed in favor of his son Gautam Singhani. So all 10,000 crore rupees empire, Raymond's company, was gifted over to son. Once donor gives his property to the donor, he becomes the owner of the property. There was in Mumbai, there was a Vijay Singhania had a palace building of the 10 crores, I think. So son said, father, I want to demolish this and I will build a new one. So he said, okay, do that. So they both came out. So the son built 35 floor building, big palacious house. After completion of that, when the father came, the security man stopped. He said, I'm going with my house. No, it's not yours. It's your son's house, and the son has prohibited from you from entering the house. So even today he is staying in a rented premises and he's fighting things. Friends, you should make this awareness to the people. The Senior Citizen Act is there. So the senior citizens have the right to protect their livelihood and maintenance also. They can seek for maintenance from their children. Even if in case, if the children got some property and they cheat their parents, like what the example I gave, in such circumstances they can seek the cancellation of that gift deed or any document they executed in favor of the children and get back the property. That is what law says. In Karnataka also, before the senior citizen tribunal, there are the assistant commissioners are heading these tribunals. There are several cases. Unfortunately, in Indian family system, you know, the parents are not, even though they are ready to suffer the injustice, the humiliation, everything, but they don't give complaint against their own children. That is the greatness of these parents. But so many people are misusing this and they are sending the children, parents, old age parents, outside the home. And now you know, Anath Ashrama, Vajrashrama, these are day by day it is increasing. That is very wrong signal, and it is not good for any healthy society. So it's our duty to give moral education to the children also. It is the duty. Your father has looked after you, like this you have to look after your father. Once he becomes aged man, he just like a child. Please don't send him outside the house. Please protect him. And it is dharma also. It is the duty, moral and legal duty of a son or daughter And therefore, this awareness. So these are all the few examples I gave why the awareness is very important, and creating awareness is prominent chapter in our legal service authority. So I request all the principals, faculty, and advocates as well the law students to create awareness on all these important issues. There are so many, so I will not go again in detail. The second function of our legal service authority is giving free legal aid. I think you may be aware of that. Under Article 39A of the Constitution, it is the duty of the state government or state, means central or state, to provide free legal aid to those people who are weaker or marginalized section of the society and who cannot fight against the injustice. On that basis only the legal service authorities was enacted. So now it is the duty of the legal service authority to provide free legal aid to the people who are all entitled for free legal aid. So as my friend said, Section 2 of the Legal Service Authorities Act, it says the woman, the minor, the SC/ST community people, the mentally ill persons, disabled persons, the workmen, and people who suffered due to man-made or natural disasters, and any persons whose annual income is below 3 lakhs. These are all the people who are entitled or eligible to get free legal aid. Even otherwise, the National Legal NALSA Regulation 2010 says that even if the people are not covered under Section 12, sometimes, as the example I gave the Vijay Singh earlier, if he requests the legal aid, then we can provide it through our pro bono advocate. We have another channel of pro bono advocates. 3 years back, Honorable Chief Justice of Karnataka, he had a meeting with